Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
My dearest explorers, it is me, Leslie. It's wonderful to be with you, already excited, blasting off, ready to tackle tonight's theme. Bad things are bad. Now, in the past, we've covered good things are good, and as valuable and critical as that is as a tool in our tool belt, tonight we're taking a look at the other side of the coin. Bad things being bad. You know, it might sound overly simple, but I guarantee you, after tonight's exploration, things will never be the same. That and much more tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everybody. How are we doing out there? How are we doing out there? It's me, Leslie. Host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It is absolutely fantastic to be with you on a Sunday night, right? Kind of a weird night to go, a weird night to get going, pull that ripcord and let the engine run. Sunday night's a beautiful night to do some late night lawn mowing, as they say. Some lawn mowing, pull the ripcord, make sure you prime the engine, and give it a good rip. Do you have the time? Can you spare a couple hours? Because if you can spare a couple hours, ladies and gentlemen, I can spare you the most simple yet profound tools by which to transform your life starting tonight. That's right. I'm not talking next week. I'm not talking 6 weeks from now. I'm talking tonight. The tools that I guarantee every single one of you in chat right now will absolutely send your life head over heels. You will tap into a power that you've barely had the bravery to whisper aloud to yourself. A true power coursing through your veins that you've known you possessed all along. But ladies and gentlemen, you have been afraid of. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be, for once in our life, let's be honest with ourselves. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. I'm talking to you, Yolopotamus. I'm talking to you, Space Cat 3. I'm talking to you, Oi Leave It. I'm talking to you, Not Mish. Let's be honest with ourselves. The reason you come here for the tools by which to transform your life is not because you're so excited yet thwarted. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been afraid. You've been afraid of exactly how powerful you can be. But tonight, we take a simple yet profound tool, and through the lens, through the framework, through the tools provided us by the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations, ladies and gentlemen, we will utilize, we will harness and hone the power of this simple yet profound tool. Bad things are bad, to unlock and unleash that true power coursing through our veins tonight. How are we doing in chat right now? It's wonderful to be with you. How are we? How are we, not Mish? Huh? How are we, Tropace? How are we, M. Robert Cop? Good to see you, M. Robert. I feel like I've barely seen you lately. I don't know why. I know you're in chat all the time, but I feel like, I've been so busy getting ready for the power of silence, starting in a couple days, by the way. I've been so busy getting ready for it. I feel as if it feels like years has gone by in between these streams. Namaste. Vivron's good to see you as well. I'm Robert, as I said. Namaste to you. Who's doing? Sean is doing terrible. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. Thank you. That is funny. I'm doing well, but I missed the Jazz Express, says M. Robert Cup. Now, M. Robert Cup, let's address that. Let's address that for a moment. I declared about a week ago that I wasn't going to do Jazz Express, right? It was in the heat of the moment. It was momentary. I was filled with inspiration at that moment. I said, like, this is the last one. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it again. And I'm going to be honest with you, M. Robert, and everybody else. I'm going to be honest with you. I had second thoughts. I know, right? Leslie had second thoughts. That's so crazy. That's insane to think about. I'm sure you might be thinking, but no. I had second thoughts. I second guessed myself. It's like, was that the right thing to do? Right? It had entertainment value. It had that kind of old-timey showbiz value. We put in all that work. We went out into the silos and shot that beautiful video. Not Mish kind of forced herself into the video, which is a separate story. Stone Monster 400, I imagine Leslie pacing around the house like a panther looking to jump out of a cage on that power of silence. Stone Monster 400, namaste to you. Wow. Brother, listen, that is a perfect analogy. That is a perfect analogy. Now, M. Robert Kopp, I had second thoughts. I was like, ooh, I don't know whether that was the right thing to do, right? It was cool. It had a cool thing. How many other streams had a Jazz Express? Namaste, everybody. Real quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, if you are considering doing without abstinence, abstinence, just don't. Stop fucking. One more. Let's back up. Let's, and I don't want to swear on this one. I want this one to be clean. Because I want teens to be able to listen to this without a problem. Listen, fellas, of any age, if you're considering abstinence, it's the right way to go. And I don't mean that ironically. Just call me. And we can talk about it. But so M. Robert Kopp, funny, interesting story. I had second thoughts, but then literally till just now, M. Robert Kopp, I missed the Jazz Express, and I knew I was doing the right thing. As soon as I saw the disappointment I imagined the disappointment on your face, M. Robert Kopp, I knew I was doing the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, as much work as the Jazz Express did for each and every single one of us, the absence of that jazz is doing even more. Wow, the program works. The program works. Can we get some program works? Namaste to you guys. Wow, that's right. R.I.P. Damon Solo, Space Cat 3, 100% accurate. Yeah, R.I.P. Damon Solos, right? R.I.P. R.I.P. Damon Solos. How? But so I see some people answered. Sean's doing bad. M. Robert Cop's doing okay. Who's got the Sunday scaries, right? It's Sunday, right? And tomorrow, some of us have to go back to the office or this, that, or the other. Talk to me right now. Who out there right now has got that Sunday scaries, huh? That's such a common thing in people's lives. This is my Friday. I love Sundays. So I'm not talking to you, Mish. X-Files theme song on Sunday nights. Interesting. Cougar Pie, I'm doing bad. Oh. Cougar Pie, I can only imagine the myriad ways that you could be doing bad because your life is already not great. Already bad, to be honest. And so if you're doing bad within bad, oof, I'll bet you're chewing on some gravel over there, as they say. Do they say that in the South? I made up a southern adage just now. Now I'll bet you're chewing on gravel. That rocks. That's got legs, guys. Let's go ahead and add that. Submit that to. I'll bet you're chewing on gravel. That's good. That is fantastic. That felt so good to say, and it feels even better to say again. I'll bet you're chewing on gravel. I'll bet you're chewing on gravel. That is wow. That is knocking my damn socks off, if I don't mind, and I don't mind saying so myself. Sometimes inspiration strikes, and you need to honor that. Namaste. Grimy, good to see you over at youtube.com. Grimy, namaste to you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Space Cat's off tomorrow. Constant state of Sunday scaries. Onion plug, horrible withdrawal. I work Tuesday through Saturday, says XXV. Interesting. Cougar Pie, what's going on? Why are we doing bad, Kook? Cougar Pie is a prominent figure here. And I want to make sure that we as somebody who carries who channels so much energy here at the community, I want to make sure that we flesh out that little node of refraction, as I call it. Refractive node of Cougar Pie. Energy comes through and out this Cougar Pie. So let's get a little clearer idea of what that bad really means. Namaste. Thank you so much for the single bit, not Mish. Yeah, and again, the hype train's going. We're going to put something else here. Ooh, Grimy, I like that. Grimy over at YouTube. Chewing on gravel is better than kissing a pig with lips. Ooh, nah. I thought it looked better on paper than when I said it. I'm going to be honest with you. Grimy, it was a good swing, but kissing a pig with that's so much. That is entirely too much, Grimy. We got to do something about that. My retardation of the spine has gotten worse, says Cougar Pie. My retardation of the spine has gotten worse. I'll post my x-rays in a few days. Oh, can't wait to see that. Can imagine how fucked up that's going to look. And ladies and gentlemen, and Cougar Pie would never begrudge anybody this. If you think your life is bad and you're looking for a little pep in your step, a little upper, a little bit of a, maybe a little, like, I don't know, like a little bit of chicken soup for the soul, be watching out on a Discord server for Cougar Pie's x-ray of her fucked up back. Of her very disabled spine, because you'll look at that for 2 seconds and be like, oh, wow, okay, thank God it's not that, right? I might be depressed, I might be single, I might be lonely, I might be unemployed, but god damn, ooh, and you should allow yourself that. Cougar Pie would never begrudge you that. Being paralyzed, yeah. Being paralyzed would, that would stink. That would stink in some ways, for sure. Namaste. Well, guys, I think we're off to a really, really beautiful start. I can feel the energy coming from chat right now that is just really inspiring me tonight. I started off inspired, then I saw you guys giving me the energy that you have brought to the table, and I am absolutely on the moon right now. I am in outer space filled with a solar energy, like I got solar panels, like I got angels' wings with solar panels in them, and they're absorbing that raw UV radiation, and I'm ready. I'm ready to soar through the cosmos with you tonight and exploring our theme, which is bad things are bad. Bad things are, it was so tiny today. I like that. It's a tiny theme. Bad things are bad. Now, listen, just a couple months ago, we covered good things are good. We did. We got into good things are good. And tonight, we are getting into the flip side of that coin. Bad things are bad. Bad things are bad. Bad things are bad. Now, this you might say, okay, Leslie, sounds simple enough. I think I got it. I think I know how to get pretty much how to get an A+ on this one, Leslie. Yeah, a 3-year-old could do that, right? They understand bad, right? A 3-year-old puts its little fingers in a light socket and it gets electrocuted and it feels pain. And it knows, oh, that's bad, and it's also bad. So if it's that simple that a 3-year-old could do it, then Leslie, why are we taking the time of the night? Why are we taking a 3-hour period tonight on Twitch.tv to get into such a simplistic theme? Now that's interesting. That's interesting, and the reason is, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly that. I'd like to borrow something from our Christian brothers and sisters, right? I forget exactly how the passage goes, but but you can find it in multiple faiths throughout the world, sort of idealizing the mindset of a child, the mental framework, emotional framework, the simplicity therein of a child. And here at Explorations, we take a little page out of that book. We take a page out of the Bible. We take a page out of Buddhism, whatever their fucking thing is. We take a page out of it. And we are going to apply ourselves to the utmost to bad things are bad. And I guarantee you, listen, first of all, we love complaining, right? We love complaining, and that is so important. Just right on its face, we got to be in touch with the pain. We've got to be in touch with the things that cause us misery. Ladies and gentlemen, for every person that says, "Oh, that's too simple," I will show you somebody who in other areas of their life begrudge themselves admissions of their own misery. I'm calling several of the usernames that will call up tonight, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you're gonna be like, well, I don't know if I can complain, but everybody's got it worse, but that kind of shit. No. Kick that to the curb. Feed that to the birds. Drop that in the ocean. Tonight, we are acknowledging, honoring, and exploring those bad things. And I guarantee you, by the end of tonight, we will have weaved such a web of strength and complexity through which to walk like a spider out into the cosmos farther than we have ever could have guessed we could have done it beforehand. I promise you, we will have constructed a web so durable, so strong, and so expansive that you will be flabbergasted. You will be one step closer, 2 steps closer, maybe 3 steps closer to unleashing the power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Not Mish, please stop. Can we time out? No. Man, all right. I don't want to unmod you for that, but I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, real quick, guys. A little quick. I can time Member Opera Cop out though. There, not me, not now. Okay. Anyway, guys, we're going to be opening up the lines in just a moment. But before we do, a couple quick announcements. Now, first and foremost, it is important that we, guys, and I remind you, this is the last verbal exploration that we will be having for a minute. Yes, that's right. If you enjoy the dulcet tones of Leslie Tanner's voice, and who could hold that against you? If you prefer the verbal, then you better enjoy tonight, because starting this Tuesday, I don't know if you saw the announcement. I don't know. Probably didn't update this, right? Oh yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. Power of Silence. Yeah, I'll put it back on the screen. But ladies and gentlemen, Power of Silence 2, Subathon 2 starts Tuesday. This Tuesday at 9 a.m. Do not look at the time and date there. I had to change it. My sickness threw me off last week. I had to bump it back a day. Do not look at that. It does not start tomorrow. It starts Tuesday. Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time, we will begin the second Power of Silence, completely silent subathon, uncapped. I will begin at 9 a.m. with a clock set at 24 hours. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have some stuff for you? Just to cover the real basic details, it's the same as before. $1 a minute. And that counts for, bits, donos, subs, and that counts for everything from the merchandise store, which we'll have updated for Tuesday. We're going to have the website, the merchandise. There will be some new stuff up, and it's beautiful stuff. Stuff that goes, I've been told, a Hispanic teenager got to look at some of the merchandise as I was stocking the shelves, my neighbor, and the Hispanic teenager, 16 years old, very cool young man, very, 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 very cool young man. He said, "Ooh, this goes hard," is what he said. "This is tough," is what he said. And that absolutely, I got goosebumps. Yeah, we're going to get some new stuff up. So there will be some new stuff up in the store, a new print, some excitement, and again, $1 a minute across the board from everywhere. All right? And there will be some way. We'll have the raffle again. We'll be doing, whatever. I'll make the announcement when it comes time. I just got to show you. I got to show you in real time. I can't just do it. I don't like talking. I like doing. Limited edition expensive items to help us feel better than pores. Flux Storm Zero. Now that's a good one. Let me think about that. I'll bet we can find something. Flux, let me write that down. Expensive limited edition. Let me see what I can do, because I think I've been sitting on this idea and waiting for the right time, and this might be the right time. This might right now be the right time. We'll see. It'll be up in the store. Just worry about it we'll get it on Tuesday. And we'll be doing the raffle again. That's gonna be fun. So if you're poor and you're like, oh no, where's we? Oh no, what about me? Where's we? I'm poor. First of all, what a tremendous lesson in and of itself, and to just be poor and go without. What a tremendous lesson. But we will also be holding a raffle because I'm so generous. A daily raffle. Namaste. Namaste. My Sky Limited Edition print is on cam for all business calls. Namaste to you. Wow. All right, guys. So let's listen. So that's starting on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Join me. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, I want you to wake up, spend the morning with me. We'll be drinking coffee in complete silence with one another. The line will be open the whole time. Namaste to you guys. Can't wait to spend a very intense amount of time with you in complete silence. And I'm ready. I'm ready to sacrifice. Where's the, okay, so second of all, guys, okay, you know this, the other two, P.O. Box. Guys, send me a little something, P.O. Box. I will be checking the P.O. Box during the subathon. So if you want to send me something and I can open it on air, maybe a silence-themed postcard or this, that, and the other, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Guys, send me something to that thing. I'm going to be checking it throughout the subathon as well because I have standing appointments that I must attend to. That'll be adding time to make sure that it covers that. So here we go, guys. And lastly, guys, if you're looking for the real program materials, you're looking for the podcast, you're looking for the videos, you're looking for the monthly postcard. What you're looking for is the community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. I just dropped a link in the chat. The community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com, where I host my growing library of exclusive program materials, some stuff that'll absolutely knock your socks off. I want you to go ahead and click that link, explore just for a couple dollars a month. I can send you a physical postcard, and you can have access to the backlog of every damn old thing. Namaste to you. More details about that later, though. More details about that later. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's time to open up that line. And it is time to explore our theme this evening. Bad things are bad. Bad things are bad. Talk to me about it. It's just as simple as you might think. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Tonight you can call me XXV.
XXV, you were my first chatter in the chat today.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping so because I want to start things off with a bang.
Go for it, brother. Talk to me. Let's start off with a bang. Bad things are bad, XXV. Hit me with it.
Shit is bad. And like I mentioned in chat earlier, before I was introduced to the program, I had a wife, I had a house, I had a job. Now I don't have a wife. My house is being foreclosed upon, and not quite sure where the job's leading me.
So, okay, so let's go ahead and cover that. So you had a wife, the house is getting foreclosed on, and what about the job?
The job's the only thing that's keeping me sane right now, and I'm not sure if it's gonna keep going or not.
Oh my God, XXV. Namaste. Well, you have been kind of somebody. Was that? Yeah, Jen, that wasn't it? Oh well, listen. As bad as that is, it's not. It's about to get even worse. You've been terminated. Terminated by hypocryptomatic. Namaste. Even though you got the bit amount wrong. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, big old, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny, I love that. Throwing blows, girl. You're getting nasty tonight. I love that. I love that.
It sounded like a country song, Les.
What was that?
It sounded like a country song.
What sounded like a country song?
I lost my wife. I lost my car. I don't know what he was talking about.
Oh,
anymore.
that's funny. That's funny. He had so
Leslie?
You're just rubbing it in on old XXV.
I don't even know who that is. But Leslie, let me tell you something. We need to talk straight right now.
Talk to me, Jenny. Bad things are bad tonight on Explorations.
Oh, I'll tell you about bad things.
Talk to me, girl.
Wait, friend, we're going back into silence?
That's right, sweetheart.
Not now.
Why not?
Now?
Yep. Tuesday. Is now
Batshit
Tuesday?
crazy.
If now is Tuesday, then yes, now.
I will go batshit crazy.
Talk to me about that. What does that mean? What are you afraid of? What's going on?
Oh, God, you're like gross ET hands, you know, when you make your breakfast and like your gross legs and like all that.
No idea what you're talking
and that-
about. I've not a single thing that you said to me just now made any sense.
Please, Wesley. Don't mean that. Go back into silence.
Nope. You know what? And you can get terminated right now,
No.
and that
Wait,
could
no,
be the
you know
last
what?
thing
I'd
that
like
you
you to-
say
I'd like
before
you
I
to
go on a
explain
silent
that.
subathon for God knows how long.
Leslie, please.
Please
do,
what?
Do these? Oh, man.
Jenny, this is look at this is perfect. No, this is exactly the reason I'm doing it, Jenny. This is a perfect. Listen, if I was only doing this silent subathon for you, it would be worth it. Because look at you're coming at me like a mewing little puppy. It's like, oh, I need to breastfeed, and that is exactly why I need to clap shut the clap trap. This is gonna be tremendous for you, Jenny.
No, I'm gonna. Guess what? Phil's on my shoulder the entire time. By the way, I got to carry this whole body weight.
Whose body weight?
And what you're doing, Phil, and what you're doing is not proper timing for the Lord.
So you have the entire body weight of Phil on your shoulders?
Yep. Yeah, I got Phil on me. Yep.
Wow, that's Jenny, that's a lot of weight.
It's a lot. I have to tell you, dude. Like, if we have to talk straight, real quick. It's a lot of weight.
Please. And again, guys, just to clarify, if you guys were, we had a very prominent figure who had been here for years pass away. Just earlier this year, very tragically, very suddenly. And Jen here was very close to Phil, and Jenny is talking about carrying the weight on her shoulders. And just for a little bit of backstory on that, he was a very large man.
Okay, all right, everybody. Also, I just want to add a couple of things to that. Is that Phil was lovely, and he was like my best friend, and I will carry that weight any day. So I think there was a better way to put that. Anyway, so please don't leave, Les.
Nope.
It gets so
I'm not leaving.
weird.
I'll literally be more here than like at any other time during this. During in between the subathons, I'm up here for a couple hours, a couple times a week or whatever. But the subathon, I'm here for you completely. I'm defenseless. I show you my neck and I let you suck my blood for as much as you want.
I can't breathe. Are you going to eat those eggs every day?
I'll eat a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of eggs.
Oh.
So this is bad. So let's play this out. Let's play this out.
Okay, I feel like I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Let's play this out. What is the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that could happen?
Scenario? Did you just say scenario? We are Arsenio Hollow?
Yeah, sure. What's the worst version of Arsenio Hall that could come out of this?
It's gonna get weird. It's
What's
gonna get weird.
What's weird? What's weird to you? What's keep going. I want to hear more about this.
Like me and Mindy knew, like we'll be sitting there like the last moment, and we're just like, I've got shit to do, bruh, and I'm just gonna have to watch you exist. And then like Mindy knew, and me and Stoney, like we're all gonna be freaking sitting there like assholes, and like we want Leslie to come back out. And then your voice is gonna be messed up again. All right. I don't know, Les.
Well, this sounds
Your
bad.
voice was all. You couldn't even speak for a little bit. So,
That's correct. Because I went right. We went right into the telethon.
I don't know, man. See, it's already starting. I don't want this. I don't want it, Leslie. I want a dip.
All right. What is that? And what does that mean? What does dip
Bud.
mean?
We're going back in. Guys, you have no idea what you're going to watch. And that's the bottom line. It's torturous. Especially if you care for this bastard. I mean, excuse me, guru. Oh, God, the eating and the sitting there. My favorite, though, is the meditation. Leslie, I just wanted to say goodbye to you.
All right. Well, that's very dramatic, but okay, goodbye.
Oh, wait, whoa, Leslie.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes, Jenny.
Who's got two thumbs and loves you, bud?
Who is it?
It's me. Let's
Namaste.
go deep.
Jenny.
Let's do this.
Jenny,
Namaste,
listen. You're gonna blossom. You're gonna blossom this subathon. I can feel it. You've been sitting on holding the blossoming tulip like clenched shut, and this subathon is gonna push you, hon.
I understand, Liz. I'll be with you all the way, brother.
All right.
It's going to be hard.
It is. Of course it is. But I'm looking forward to the difficulty.
All right. I'm going to miss you. I love you, bud.
Namaste.
Namaste.
872-205-9484. 872-205-9484. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Jen is very powerful. And her power has not waned, only waxed. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up, Mike? I call you tonight.
Hey, Leslie. This is Kook.
Cooker Pie. It's so good to hear from you.
What are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Hanging out. It's, I know you've been busy, so I'm glad to hear from you. Glad to see you in chat as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's Kook? Other than your fucked up back, being in a lot of pain, getting worse. That aside,
I'm kind of pissed off. It makes me really pissed off, honestly. And then I try not to be around people because I feel like I'm going to snap and be mean. And I'm trying to be not as mean.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So is who do you snap on? Just kind of anybody?
No. It's people online. I'm very kind to people I know in real life.
Okay. So then online, on Discord, on Reddit, on Twitter, where are you the meanest?
I'm pretty bad. On Reddit, I've got a bunch of Reddit accounts banned. I'm pretty bad on random just image sites that exist that have poor moderation. I'm pretty mad on Toaster's Discord. I'm kind of mean to a lot of people there.
Real quick, Pepperoncini says, Kook, can you please buy the Guru, the OBS bot, talent, video, switcher, monitor, encoder, recorder, all-in-one video mixer with 7 video inputs, live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube, and others platforms via Wi-Fi, 4G, LTE, Ethernet, USB port. He has it listed on Throne, which you can access at the bottom of his page here on Twitch.
Honestly, that's very obnoxious, and it sounds like that one coffee pasta where the guy's asking the girl for the picture of her vagina, where you can see her ass and the vagina at the same time. That's what that reminds me of.
Wow, yeah.
And it makes me want to kill someone having it worded like that.
Yeah, right. I know. It's got a very long name.
She doesn't know me at all. And also, China's like, God, it's not that hard to like finesse me or whatever. And like he's so shit at it, honestly.
Right. I mean,
yeah,
go ahead. Finish that thought. I want to hear what you're going to say.
I was at Disney a week ago, and I purposely scared a bunch of Disney workers.
Yeah. How?
Because I was angry. I launched myself down a long ramp in my wheelchair and acted like I couldn't stop myself.
Oh, that's awesome. And did they?
It was it was an Epcot ball. Oh my God, they were terrified. They hated it.
And you were? Was it just for? Was that just for Mama? Did anybody else laugh at that?
Oh, my friends laugh at that. I scare my friend all the time doing stuff like that. But now that she knows that it's a joke, she thinks it's funny. I had both of my friends with me, the pretty friend and the crazy friend.
You had both of them?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Interesting. And was this? Do they get along?
Yeah, they're like almost like sisters.
Oh, okay. I got it. So you got a little Three Musketeers situation with these girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm about as close to the pretty friend as I can be to a person that I'm not in a relationship with. But the crazy friend,
yeah. So
no, Gene.
Gene is Gene just kind of Gene is not a subtle guy, and that's his power. Kook, if you got Leslie the OBS bot talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all-in-one video mixer with 7 video inputs, live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube, and others platforms via Wi-Fi, 4G, LTE, Ethernet, USB port, he could go and take the stream out into the real world. It would allow him to do IRL broadcasts.
He's like a fucking bull in the china shop.
Yep.
Link me to it at some point, not during this, you big piece of shit.
Ooh, I love that big piece
You're
of
so
shit.
Irritating.
I love. Also, guys. So real quick, so you would consider this facet of Gene's personality. I think we've seen Gene display this quality enough times that we can call it part of his personality. Would you say that this facet of his personality is bad?
It's terrible, and I like him too, and it makes it worse. Oh my God. And he's talented too, and that makes it worse too. Oh God, what a waste.
I know. What a waste. What a waste.
What a fucking waste.
And so how do you like it when because he's got that running bit, right? Where he asks you for a whole house. And how do you enjoy that?
I'm like, no. Oh my God, of course I don't enjoy it. He's not even clever about it. If it was funny, it'd be one thing. I think that you can say a lot, and if it's funny, it's okay.
Real quick, psychic emergency coming in. Psychic emergency from Pepperoncini.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency.
It's a TTS with pretty much all the shit he's been saying.
Talent video switcher, monitor, encoder, recorder,
all wonderful.
in one video mixer with
great
7 video
Gene.
inputs. Live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube, and others platforms via Wi-Fi.
He's like the fucking Kool-Aid man for begging.
Ethernet, USB port. OBS BOT talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all in one video mixer with 7 video inputs. Live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube and others platforms via Wi-Fi, 4G LTE, Ethernet, USB port. OBS BOT talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all in one video mixer with 7 video input. Repeat. Cheer 400 OBS BOT talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all in one video mixer with 7 video inputs. Live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube and others platforms via Wi-Fi, 4G LTE, Ethernet, USB port. OBS VOT talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all in one video mixer with 7 video inputs. Live streaming to NDI, RTMP, SRT, YouTube and others platforms via Wi-Fi, 4G LTE, Ethernet, USB port. OBS VOT talent video switcher monitor encoder recorder all in one video mixer with 7 video input. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. All right, that concludes the psychic emergency. Thank you so much to Pepperoncini for bringing that up to the level of an emergency. Can't thank you enough for that. Blessings to you. And then we've got another communal vision from Pepperoncini himself. Communal vision, https://www.redfin.com/LA/New Orleans/10530-ST-70123/home/8524383 space $550,000 4-bedroom 3.5 bathroom 3,130 square feet. Any response to that?
I mean, what to add? Like, he's shitting up the last show before you're not talking for God knows how long.
That's right.
What a piece of shit.
That's right. And Pox Holiday, he keeps leaving saying, like, I want to go to Nicole. I got to go to Agenda Free TV. I don't want to be here for this stuff.
He should stay. He should stay at one of those places. He's literally a pox upon us.
Namaste.
You're
well,
plague.
Pox, what this feeling that you're having trouble with right now, Pox, is being challenged. That's the program challenging you and therefore working. Namaste, Pox. Take that seriously. Take that seriously. Well, listen. So overall, I mean, aside from your back, aside from being in pain, aside from being a total bitch to people online, you know, on Discord, on Reddit, on some image sites, and aside from Pepperoncini's personality, is there any other bad things that are bad that you want to cover tonight?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. What kind of bad things do I have? My friend is crazy. I'm trying to bargain to get dirty old clothes out of her so I can buy her new outfits. She's insane. I can't get her to do it. Her nephew's coming to visit her in March, and as soon as he steps foot in her apartment, she's going to start sobbing hysterically and gagging in the fetal position on the floor.
Smells like shit, huh?
She knows. She has like a clean hoarding, and that makes it terrible because if you show her hoarders, she's like, oh, at least there's not rats in my house. So she thinks it doesn't matter. You can have boxes up to your ceiling if they're clean boxes.
Powerful.
Oh, talking about Michaela. It irritates me that Michaela made a big deal that she saw a
real quick
dead
affirmation
body
for
at her
fellas.
work.
Listen, if you are sitting on a great deal of trauma or a personality disorder, don't let anybody touch it. That is your greatest power. Okay, go ahead.
Michaela made a post saying, I saw a dead body at work. It had a sheet over it. Like, that was noteworthy. She works at the dead body factory.
That's true.
And I'm like, oh, do you have anything to add to that? Did you ask to see the body? She said no. What the fuck?
That's true. That's true.
Like, look where you work. You didn't even look at it. So you saw a random thing in a sheet. It could have been anything, and you just assumed it was a body because you were too scared to ask to look.
Wow.
That's what I have to say.
Is she here? Is she here with us? I don't think she's with us, right?
I wouldn't care either way. It makes me want to snap when she talks about anything that happens at work, honestly. And why wouldn't you ask to see it?
Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, every day's your birthday. If you have the right mindset. Okay. Go ahead, finish that. I had to affirm men real quick.
I don't know. I'm just rambling, but it's irritating to me when she talks about something mundane at work, and it's like, you work where the people go to die. You're lucky that it was covered with a sheet.
Right.
You're lucky they didn't help you roll it or something.
Roll it around. rolling around and like a beer batter, or so, I guess you would never have to do that necessarily, but like
no, you have to change its sheets and make it look like it was sleeping. That's
right.
literally what you do at a place like that, and then put its little glasses on so that the family can go in, and you're like, oh, it was so peaceful.
This is Circe. Namaste. Thank you for those bits. Very generous of you. This is Circe doing the T-Rex guy thing on the screen. I can't see it ever, but I appreciate it. Now,
he's enjoying hearing me bitch about corpses.
Listen, I kind of want to provide a little context for what we're hearing from you, Kook, right now, because a lot of people in chat are like, wow, this lady can bitch for a long time. And you're right. You're absolutely correct. But I want to provide context for that because it's actually a tremendous expression of power, and one that is particular to the disabled, to my disabled explorers. Now, many of you are disabled physically, mentally, emotionally, etc., etc. And what I mean by saying that you are powerful is look how energized Cougar Pie is. Look how energized her mind and spirit are. A lot of people who have more normal lives that are more able-bodied, able-minded, putting themselves to work, even doing just basic stuff, right? Oh, hard day's work feels good. I can't complain about that. That is castration in real time. Oh, I can't complain, but or somebody who's religious and thanks God all the time, that is castration. You've traded in your penis. And what we hear from Cougar Pie right now is a massive, throbbing penis. And a libidinal energy that must be honored and acknowledged. Namaste. What were you saying?
I said people should curse God every day. But I also want you to bring up that Poor went to a wedding. He looked very handsome. And I think you should ask him about it.
Ooh, yeah. Poor just mentioned I'm at a wedding. On a Sunday? That's so funny and interesting.
And he looked very cute, and
I'll bet.
I hope he danced with a lot of people. And I can't stay mad when I think about him. So
yeah, Poor's a sweet little cutie pie.
Yeah, he's my favorite. I love him. I've known him forever.
Yeah,
he's very handsome and cute.
It's his fault that you're here right now, actually.
Yeah.
And he did it on accident.
That's what he says. I don't know. He
it must have been subconscious. It must have been, subconscious for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows I get mean. I think secretly he knows I get mean, and he was trying to unleash me on somebody that he won't say who it was. I think he wanted me to bully somebody, but he won't say who he was trying to get me to bully. Yeah.
I wonder if you had just automatically did it. Because you've bullied somebody. Bully is such a, honestly, I have not seen you bully anybody on these servers. I haven't seen you bully anybody. You say that you're a bitch, but honestly, people fold so fast. Every time you even just bump up against them for a little bit, they end up folding within by the end of the day.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't, and that's a problem. So that's why I'm nicer, because I'm not trying to make anybody do something rash.
Well, listen, that's not your responsibility. You are a strength, and strength needs to be honored and acknowledged, as I said. Kook,
thank you. Anyway, I'm going to post the X-rays when I get them.
Please,
and everyone
please
will
do.
Know why I'm in a worse mood than usual.
Just in case anybody in chat's a little unfamiliar with how we do things here, I want you to just give explicit permission to feel better, everyone to feel better about their lives after seeing an X-ray of your fucked up back.
If you have a straighter spine than I do, you should be very proud, and not only thank God, but thank your parents for choosing to breed, knowing that you would come out with healthy spine and legs and feet.
Pepper and Chini with a communal vision. Kook and Fram made an explorer have a psychotic break and leave the program. Namaste.
I don't even know which one he means, but yeah.
I know.
Probably.
I'm just trying to think of.
Oh yeah, she was a bitch. I hated her.
Yeah. She was on the fence though. She was on the fence the whole time. That felt like a passing cloud. That felt.
Yeah,
We'll see.
She was being a sex freak.
Remember, and she joined during the subathon, so who knows how many people will get some new blood in here, some new weird crazy blood in here.
Said anything to her? She was really weak. That was not purposeful at all.
I know.
I said like 2 things to her, and she ran off.
Yeah, Gelgu guy, absolutely, of course.
Anybody's wife who calls in, want to call in, call in.
Yeah, well, listen, I would welcome her back though with open arms. I'd welcome her back with open arms.
I would be nice. Yeah, I'm always nice when somebody comes back.
I love it. You know what I really love? I love that the mods have to take all the heat, and I never see anything. No one even messages me. Pepper and Chini had to eat shit for 4 hours, and I didn't.
Creative talent.
Yeah. And I just have to hear about it.
That's true power, not having to listen to people bitching because you're the talent.
Absolutely. And it feels terrific. All right. Well, Kook, once again, we could chop it up all night.
Thanks, Leslie.
Of course, Kook. I'm looking forward. Hopefully, you'll find some time to hang out with us during the silent subathon.
I hope not. Have a good night.
Oh my gosh. That last little barb, she couldn't help herself. That's that Kook. That's that nasty bitch. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini, welcome back to the program, brother. How are you?
I'm doing so well. I'm pretty sure I'm getting a new house, so I'm pretty hyped on that.
That is so exciting. A new house. Tell us about was it the Redfin link that you shared via Communal Vision?
Yeah. Kook has a ton of money and she's in the dye of her like broken bones or whatever, so I'm trying to get a free house out of it before she kicks the bucket.
I love that plan. You see an opportunity and you move towards it.
That's right.
And you're playing that double game, right? Because we've seen you got this. There's a subtlety to your bluntness, right? You've got the blunt punch, right? But then after that goes away, you're still there. You mean it. You meant all the layers of the bluntness, which some of them are very subtle indeed.
Yeah, like it's like a Sun Tzu type thing where it's like the attack looks so obvious coming from the front, but that's just the diversion, right? There's other machinations that are happening,
right?
That are like crafting Kook's mind for the eventuality of getting a free house out of it.
How were you abused as a child to be able to have that kind of skill?
What was that?
How are you abused as a child in order to have that kind of skill? Because that's a depth.
I think probably like a mixture of like neglect and like being an only child and having like only that attention, but then also neglect on top. It's a little weird mix.
Oh, yeah.
That was my guess.
Well, that's in terms of abuse paying off throughout life, neglect is kind of like sitting on a 401k that you forgot about. It just grows and grows and grows, pays dividends the more time goes by, especially if you just don't go to therapy or just dip in and out. And it really shapes your relationship with the whole world.
You only need enough therapy to know how to weaponize it, in my opinion.
Oh, that's beautiful. Can you say that one more time for everybody in chat?
Yeah. You only need enough therapy to know how to weaponize it.
Wow. Now that's an advanced explorer right there, ladies and gentlemen. You only need enough therapy in order to weaponize it. Now, listen, I know these people, these colleagues, these therapists, colleagues of mine. I'm a legally licensed therapist, and I'm speaking from experience. These colleagues of mine are if they're to be used for any purpose, it is the purpose that you hear on the phone right now. aside from a very basic, grounding a psychotic break like somebody like Jen or somebody else might need, but to weaponize therapy. Can you give us an example, Pepperoncini, of a time in your life when you reached into your tool bag and you pulled out a weapon of therapy?
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like, so my son is 10, and apparently, they offer therapy at school, and my son was like, sure, I'll go. And the other day he forgot to do one of, homework or something like that. And so he didn't have enough time to play his game. So I was like, well, listen, if you had, you had all this time you had to do this, you were having fun and doing this, and now you just don't have this time at the end of the day. And he said to me, you're emotionally attacking me by reminding me that I had done something bad. And I feel like if that is not right, like some sort of prodigy type move, I don't know how else to describe it.
That is the, I used to be a musician as a child, and I'd be in these competitions, especially as I got, what I thought was pretty good, 17 or 18 years old, and there'd always be some 8-year-old little Asian kid just bending me over and butt fucking my ass into the ground with whatever instrument they played. And I'm getting Asian prodigy level vibes from what you just told me. So I'm getting I'm watching somebody play, a Mozart symphony on the violin with therapy speak with you right now.
I agree, absolutely. And so I'm thinking about how to, I'm hoping to take him on kind of like a Mozart tour of the United States, where maybe he can sue maybe a police officer, or cancel an adult in some way, something like that. I feel like if I could just find different spots around the country to really showcase this, is the next step in his growth and development.
Well, I love that showcase idea. I am in love with that showcase idea because, oftentimes, in this certain pocket of the modern world, right? We don't, it used to be that, a talented, a freakishly talented child like yours, you put him in the circus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the circus, let everybody gawk. But now we got to find more socially allowed instances of that same dynamic.
Right.
So, yes. I mean, I'm thinking just, I'm spitballing. Of course, right now I'm kind of just brainstorming with you, but I could imagine, sticking that kid in like a model UN situation or debate team or.
Yes, absolutely. Well, what I was thinking of, do you remember the kid? His name was Ahmed. This is when Obama was president, and he brought a clock that he made, and it looked like a bomb, and so they he got in trouble, and then there's they called about just because he's Muslim,
right?
It looks like a bomb to you, and then Obama said, "Cool clock, Ahmed," and it later came out that the dad, it may have been kind of an intentional, trying to bait it, and it's that's the kind of stuff I want to do.
Ooh,
I want to bait it out, and so you got to get. And what the most important thing is, you get off that first salvo, and your first salvo is successful, even if people figure out later that it was you doing a bait or whatever. It doesn't matter. You've already won.
I know 100%. I mean, honestly, if I don't know if another thing I'm going to pitch, send right towards you for you guys to think about, because that kind of talent shouldn't even be hidden away in a cupboard. Maybe streaming, right?
Yes.
Put him on Twitch. Put him on Twitch and give him an angle. He'll have a G Fuel flavor in 6 months.
Yeah, I think what I do is get him streaming and then have him message a big streamer being hey, some like kind of gain attention, maybe in a way that like could be perceived as negative, and where like the streamer is kind of like gives negative reception. Be like, look at how rude this streamer was to a child, right? And then they want to support the kid because they hate, it's someone like, I don't know, Asmongold or something.
This was the first one I thought of. Asmongold.
Yeah. Yes.
He's having this moment. For some reason, he's in a position of authority. People are just hungry for his thoughts about the issues of the day. I think that's and he's very divisive. I think this would be a perfect one.
Yeah. And I feel like I could get a bunch of like leftists. Or maybe the other way, where it's like he goes to the right of Asmongold, and like those people also have money too. So it's kind of either way. Or maybe, you say it in a way where you get both sides, where they can't. It's so in the middle. People are like, they want it to be their side, sort of thing. That's kind of maybe what.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of space. Now you're thinking 4D chess because there's plenty of space for that these days, right?
Like Israel. Israel, you can get both sides or neither. It's interesting,
right? Get him talking about taxes in Israel, and have everybody fucking just freak out. He'll have a G Fuel flavor in 6 months.
Beautiful,
beautiful stuff. 100%. I am very excited for the future of your son. That you're emotionally abusing me is beautiful. Jesus, that feels good. I'm so very proud of him.
It was emotionally attacking, but I could see emotional abusing even. It's not far off.
Right. No, I mean, attacking. I mean, if attacking abuse, he's in the zone though, right? He's in that zone.
No, he's hitting bullseyes. The bullseye is a lot of space in the bullseye, but he's hitting there.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, listen, Gene, I gotta tonight's theme. I gotta get your take on tonight's theme before we wrap things up. Bad things are bad. Of course, this sounds simple on the surface, but unleashing the energy that we have pent up underneath this very simple thing, bad things being bad, can really pay dividends in terms of the next level that we speak about here at Exploration. So just real quick, Gene, when I say the phrase bad things are bad, and chat, listen up, because Gene has proven himself time and time again, be a prominent explorer, an advanced explorer, brother of devoted light. Bad things are bad, Gene. What comes to mind?
I think when I think of bad things are bad, I think of you produce rotten fruit from a shitty tree. The bad things produce more bad things, right? They are not just bad in themselves. They have a externality to them that produces more badness.
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you is like a framework for thought. Can you give us an example of something like that? That, bad begetting bad?
Yeah. It's like, okay, so you think about, I don't know, maybe a chatter in the Leslie Tanner stream, an explorer, and there's someone who you see that every time they, you've seen enough of their content in which they produce that you can put them in the taxonomy of being bad, right? And then they bring someone else, or they're communicating with someone else, and a new bad product is produced from that. And so it's just not that's what I think is it's not even about the generational thing of it. It's just that you recognize something's bad and you have to deal with the badness of it. And then that bad thing just keeps making new bad things, right? It's not enough that it's just bad. Then the things that it says are bad as well. The things that it does are bad. It's already bad enough that they just theoretically exist, but to know that they are performing bad actions, I think, is the real crime.
Now, I think, okay, so one thing I want to add to this, because this is a deceptively complex idea that you're throwing at us right now. Because chat, I'm sure, might be thinking, what? What do I do with that? Well, let me tell you right now. What we're thinking in a sort of very mindful sense, right? We're thinking of the density and moisture of the soil of bad things, right? Instead of just saying oh, I don't like this movie, this is a bad movie, right? okay, instead of throwing it away and just saying, oh, bad, what can we pull out of it that is even worse? You know, what themes are being discussed in this movie? How is it being handled? How are the performances? I'll bet that if you listen to Cheen, what Cheen is sharing with you right now, that if you have that ooh, you have that cringe, you have that pull away, that revulsion from the bad thing, I'll bet you can find even more. I'll bet you can find even more if you dig through that soil, put your finger in that soil and dig a little bit.
Yeah.
Namaste. Wow.
Look, if you have a bad movie, think about how many bad Letterboxd reviews now exist because of it, right? And I'm not saying that it's bad from a sake of being, you know, like the review, you know, the reviews are not like 90% of the reviews on Letterboxd are bad, right? They're just a piece of shit. Someone has written a thought out and it's not good or meaningful or useful in any way, but it didn't even come from something good. It came from shit. So you have just bad on bad. It's not even good to bad. It's just bad to bad. You know, you have a caller call in. They constantly are adding Leslie in the chat and just like saying nothing or saying some of the dumbest shit you ever heard. And then you have that thought of, God, that guy sucks. And then you have to, you maybe start thinking about why that person sucks. What about them got them to be that way? And now you're creating bad thoughts in your head. You are creating shit because of them.
Wow. Gene, I don't want to say anything else. I want to leave that right where it is. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Well, Gene, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate your contributions. As always.
Thanks so much. We were really looking forward to the Power of Silence. I'm really excited. So, chat,
I'm very excited to do it as well. Well, I'm also, you were tremendous help last time, and to have you on board for this time just gives me such a boon of confidence.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm hoping for 74 days is what
I'm ready. I'm ready to be decimated by this.
Okay. Have a lovely evening, Guru. Farewell. Namaste.
Farewell. Namaste. I'm going to put you on hold just for one moment. We got somebody in the chat that I love this energy because, you know, so often we get regulars that they learn the rhythm. They start like, oh, this guru, he must be thinking something special, right? But every once in a while we get somebody that pushes back. And I really want to highlight this because this is an important facet here. I don't want you guys to just agree with me all the time. Just accept. I like the skeptics, right? You know, I like the people who are like, hey, how is this program any different than any other program that exists on the market? And that person right now that's asking that question is the Marsh Hag. The Marsh Hag is rejecting the framework of good and bad, saying, no, it's more complicated. I reject good and bad. Namaste to you, Marsh Hag. I appreciate you calling up, or maybe you can call up. I heard tell that you might give us a call. But either way, I like that you're piping up in chat and pushing back against old Leslie. Namaste to you. All right, now we do have a new caller. Let's go ahead and bring them on. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Tanner, it's Gelgoog. I'm going to give you the marsh. Here you go.
Here we go.
Hi.
Marsh Hag, how are we?
Oh, we are fantastic tonight.
I love that. Guys, we got Marsh Hag on the phone. Now, I was just singing your damn praises to the chat. Did you hear me say that stuff?
I did hear that, and I appreciate that.
That is so funny. And you were waiting on hold while I was out here, you know, giving you the ribbons and whatnot. Now, of course. You know, you come in here and start, you know, with those haughty shoulders, start throwing bows like an old Rodman or something.
Serendipitous, I think.
Oh, I know. I love it. Well, listen, Marsh Hag, Gelgoog said you called up because you were in a, quote, odd mood. Are you in an odd mood tonight?
I don't know. Maybe contemplative is a better word.
Okay, so contemplation is odd to him. He's more of a reactive guy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm more the kind of person that when stuff comes up, I've been trying to pitch to my boss that we like start a fight club at work. So maybe contemplative is kind of strange for me.
Oh, so maybe he's just a little thrown off because he sees you out looking out the window like a Socrates or something. He's like, something's going on with my little lady. Interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, contemplative, however you say it. I want to hear you talk about what you mean when you use that word. What are you contemplating tonight, Marsh Hag?
Well, I was thinking about the whole concept of bad things are bad, and
Sure.
I think it comes down to, I don't know if there's anything that is good or bad. I think it's what people are, confident to go after and what people are too scared to go after. And the things that they're too scared to go after, they call bad.
Interesting. A fear to go. What do you mean by go after? Can you give us an example of something too scared to go after? What is something like that?
You look at somebody and they've got an ordinary life, maybe they've got a couple good things going for
Travcam Zero
them.
with a resub on the 14th month. Happy 14 months of Travcam Zero blessings. And namaste. Condom plates is the word you're looking for. Oh, thank you so much, Trav. Condom plates. Thanks so
That
much.
was
Okay, continue. I appreciate that perspective as always, Trav. And namaste for the sub. Happy 14 months to you. I'd like to hear you continue, Marsh Hag.
Yeah, no, I think that, sometimes whenever people, either they've tried to achieve something in their life and they've failed, and then they're like, oh, I didn't want that anyway, or, the people who want that thing are losers. People shouldn't want to have that really great job, or people shouldn't want to go after that. And, sometimes people are just, they need to quit being beta cucks and they need to just toughen up and get what they want instead of shitting on people who get it and calling it bad.
Oh, okay, interesting. So when you think of bad, you immediately think of people describing, they're not being honest with themselves about what they want, and so they start using the ideas of good and bad to protect themselves from their own desires. Basically, is that am I in the right ballpark with what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that all these concepts of good and bad and morality, it's just ways that people justify what they've done or what they haven't done.
Interesting. Ooh, I like that. So is there somebody that you can think of off the top of your head in your life that exhibits this kind of, using good, because this is absolutely exploratory. This is un-Leslian. This is what I would work with somebody for a very long time to undo this, to redefine good and bad in their life. Pepperoncini says, does your boyfriend call the Gelgoog guy a beta cuck?
No, but my girlfriend does.
Mm-hmm. Namaste. And so Gelgoog guy, if Gelgoog guy was to fight your girlfriend, fisticuff style, who would win?
It depends on who had the brass knuckles.
Let's give them both brass knuckles. What happens?
Okay. No, so we're setting up a scene here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one. I mean, I think it would be fun to watch either way.
Who's got better cardio?
That would be the Gelgoog guy.
Okay, Gelgoog guy. Is he a high intensity interval training cardio guy, or like kind of extended periods of like lower cardio? What kind of cardio?
I'd say more extended periods, high stamina. Like he's more of a marathon kind of guy.
Right, and endurance. He can endure.
Endurance. That's exactly the word I would use.
And this girlfriend that calls Gelgoog guy a beta cuck, and she's a little more of a high intensity spitfire, I'd imagine.
Like sprints, yeah.
Sprinter.
Like 200 meter.
And so I'm interested about this good and bad business, because I think you brought a really interesting contemplative angle on this. You know, a lot of people have had different reactions to the theme tonight, which if you are new to chat, if you are new to the stream, guys, we're exploring bad things are bad. Bad things are bad. Now, your initial response was that, you know, people use bad to protect themselves from, you know, they feel bad about themselves for not going after something, and so they judge it to be bad. And can you give us just like a real world example? Something it could be very specific, it could be very niche, it can be just something very illustrative of what you're getting across. Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I can imagine the chat right now is having trouble thinking of what this looks like in real life.
Yeah, let me see. I can try to think of something.
Take your time. Take as much time you need.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to confuse people more.
You know, go for it. Listen, if there are, just go for it. What's the first thing you thought of?
Well, I mean, so thinking about like relationships, like there's people who are like, you know, like you shouldn't, you know, play the field and stuff. But I think that those kinds of people are the ones who have tried and failed. And so now they're shitting on other people who are succeeding at what they couldn't do, but they wanted to do.
And so when they think that that's bad, like playing the field is bad, they're judging people for getting out there and looking for someone and not giving up. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, you know, the people who are like, oh, you know, I'm in my one relationship and I'm happy. Like, sure you are,
okay.
buddy.
Yeah. These people that are monogamous and judgmental of more nuanced,
exactly.
Open-ended situations.
And I think that judgmentalness is what it comes down to, because we're saying bad things are bad. We're just taking that at face value of that judgment. We're, you know, not examining more of what goes into making that assessment.
Right.
And so you have that off-the-cuff judgment of, yeah, sure, bad things are bad. But, like, I think that's, you know, why it's so great that you're diving into that, because it gets past that just initial judgmental snap judgment that most people have.
So okay, so for an actual baseline, right, would you go as far as to say that someone's judgment and that fear-based judgment is bad? Would you say that that's bad? That's a baseline for you? That's bad?
Well, I think that gets into that same thing of how do I define bad?
Let's define it. That's exactly what I'm trying to get. I want to find the nerve. I want to find your baseline. I want to find the rubber hitting the road in that heart of yours. What talk to me about bad.
I think that badness, when it comes down to it, is when you're not examining that judgment. So I think you're right when you say that. Okay. I think that snap decision is bad. But if you can get past that, you know, then it stops being bad.
Right. I love that. All right. So the judgment itself is bad. But, and you know, it's kind of one of those funny catch-22s, though, because, you know, your judgment of judgment in itself is a judgment.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so you can get caught in that loop. And then where does it end? You just keep examining yourself over and over.
Right. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the end of examination to an extent. I'm looking for what is, you know, what I want to see somebody hit their gag reflex and throw up something, just reject something. Interesting.
I think that examination is part of the journey, and I think that you do need to learn when to stop, but I don't know that, you know, the whole concept of good and bad, I think that that's something that people struggle with forever.
Struggle forever. Now, these are words I like. Now, I like that. Struggle forever. Spoken like a true explorer, Marsh Hag. This is tremendous. This has been a tremendous call, and I appreciate, I know you're in as Gelgoog guy phrased it, you're in an odd mood tonight.
Yeah, I think that's definitely accurate. I think you definitely caught me on, as we said, one of my more contemplative nights. So
yeah. Well, listen,
I appreciate you, talking through stuff.
Of course. I appreciate you. Being so generous with your odd mood tonight. Sometimes when people feel odd, they don't necessarily want to, jump in to a social situation necessarily. And I appreciate you did. Namaste. Genuinely. Namaste, Marsh. Wow. We didn't quite, Marsh. I know you're listening, Marsh. Next time we talk, we're gonna find more of the nerve though. You're a bright one. Marsh Hag's a bright one, and I'm gonna push you a little harder, because we haven't had the pleasure of speaking that many times, but now I know what we're dealing with. Marsh, we're gonna be putting the foot on the gas pedal next time. We're gonna find a little bit of something, some sort of, I don't know if it's racism or just, something. I don't know. We'll find something. Namaste to you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up I can call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru. You can call me Dipshit.
It's Dipshit, everybody. Namaste and welcome back to the program, Dipshit. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Guru, I hope you're doing well after this fine Valentine's Day and also Friday the 13th. Let us not forget.
Oh, I know, right? That's so funny. Namaste to you.
Namaste to you. Hey, Guru, I love the premise tonight. Bad things are bad.
100% Dipshit. Chat at me about it right now. Talk to me. Bad things are bad. Something tells me you got a bun in the oven of the mind.
Well, let me tell you, Guru, I often engage in things that people would consider, that most people, general people would consider, quote-unquote, bad.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain to you what the difference is. Now, so a lot of people would consider, I think generally and also accurately, stealing to be bad. If I were to be walking around and just like grabbing things I don't need, just stuff off your countertop, plates and forks and so forth, and I just put them in my pocket just to steal them, and just like, well, I have no need for them, so I'll probably just throw them out of the car window on the way out of your home. Generally speaking, I'd say that's probably not a great use of my time, not a great use of your resources, and not a great use of kind of like the thing that we're doing all together here under your watch there, Guru. But if I stole your checkbook and, bought myself some keen, some socks or like, sometimes I get like a...
Do you need socks? Why is that the first thing you thought of?
Well, right now, currently it's winter and it's getting wet outside. I need like thicker socks than the socks I currently have. They're all dress socks. But I stole a bunch of dress socks. They look really nice from a fella. And that's what I'm talking about, Guru. Because at certain times, stealing is okay. This guy, he didn't need his dress socks. He has dress socks, so clearly he doesn't need them. He's that kind of guy. But I needed them, so I can steal them. And that's a bad, that's a good. But if I just stole the dress socks, I don't even need them. Guru. What am I even doing here? That's what I mean by bad things are bad. I think you're on the exact right path there. You placed it exactly right with your verbiage.
Right. So it sounds to me, Dipshit, like you to some extent you say that you see the phrase "bad things are bad," and you see yourself in there a little bit. You can feel a judgment that other people have for you. Am I hearing that correctly?
Well, I like if they're judging the bad things I'm doing as bad, then I suppose they're judging correctly. Usually judgments, the way I see judgments are, they're probably telling me something about myself or whatever. Oh, yeah, okay. A judgment is usually a thing that, you see something, you explain it to yourself, right? They explain me to themselves, and sometimes they're really, really bad. That's okay. I judge them as harshly as I do, which is lesser.
So you judge right back.
Well, sure.
Interesting stuff.
But I don't call them bad necessarily. Weak, pathetic, lesser than, generally. But bad is bad, as you are pointing out tonight. And I think that's a service to everyone to understand the difference in those terms.
Can I be 100% honest with you, dipshit? Because I think you can handle it.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, sure.
I think you can handle it. I stopped listening about halfway through you talking.
Yeah, I was talking and I kind of zoned out myself.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what. Maybe the universe was pulling on us. Halfway through you talking was pulling us in a new direction.
Well, hey, bring it to me, universe.
Exactly. Exactly. So listen, bad things are bad. You're a bad person. It sounds like. Can we just kind of cut to the chase? You sound like a bad person.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And if I'm a bad person and the things I do are bad, then I guess that kind of tracks mathematically.
Right. So I think, and that really goes to Geen's point earlier, bad is often a soil through which, bad things sprout. So it sounds like you're a bad person. You do bad things. You hurt people. You take from people.
Right.
And how does that feel, right? Because not often do we get to talk to somebody who is, here's the charge. I'm a bad person, sits with it, and responds from this place. So namaste to Chase. Chasers, love me. Namaste to you. Blessings and namaste. Welcome on in. How does it feel to just be a piece of, if I can kind of speak a little crassly, just a kind of a piece of shit of a human being who hurts people, takes from them. How does it feel right now?
I gotta tell you, as a bad person, I mostly kind of like justify the bad things I do through the lens of being like, I don't know, like superior or like more wise or more keen on like, this is how the real world is or whatever, right? Like, I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks, so this is, you might call me a bad person. I call myself a realist or whatever. I justify it through, stupid things I kind of come up with. And I find things on like TikTok or whatever that like give me justification. And as a bad person, I'll just use that to justify kind of the things I do to for myself and to you, the folks out there.
Listen, dipshit, I think we found it. Because remember earlier, I got bored halfway through you talking and I stopped listening. And then you also stopped listening to yourself and you trailed off. So I think we found something here. I think we found something I really want to underline. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people they as you kind of just alluded to, dipshit, we use these phrases. I'm a hard knocks guy, I'm a realist, to put lipstick on the pig, to dress up a situation that we're ultimately uncomfortable with. Lipstick on the pig, right? What we're doing is distancing ourselves from who we truly are. But what we just witnessed in real time with Brother Dipshit is an unequivocal admission that he is a bad person who does bad things. Now, I would venture to guess, as a legally licensed therapist and somebody who's been working with some of you for years, that you yourself in chat, listening to me right now, about, I'd say like half of you are bad people, not a good person.
Most of you are worse than me.
And you might feel affronted by that, right? You might feel, not me, Leslie. I'm a good person. I'm not one of those people. Why nervous? Why defensive? If you are a good person, then what's the problem? Why is it this thought, this feeling, this sensitivity floating in? There's something to be worked through, and there is something to be unlocked. Because what we just witnessed with Brother Dipshit, ladies and gentlemen, is a bad person realizing they're a bad person and resonating within that truth. I am not here to give you explorations to guide you to be a better person. I'm not here to make you more efficient. I'm not here to help you, be more moral. No, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a piece of shit, I want you to be a piece of shit. These tools are being given to you to help you realize that you are a piece of shit and unlock the power of that truth. Dipshit, thank you so much for how generous you've been with yourself tonight.
Thank you, Guru. You do the guru's work, as I say out there, usually. But it's like redundant with you doing the guru's work. But thank you, sir.
Namaste, Dipshit. This has been a tremendous call.
Namaste,
I'm so glad that you bored both of us and just stopped, to the point where we stopped listening to you.
Everything around me fell asleep, and I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah,
I'll see you
beautiful.
later.
Well, good. You have yourself a good night. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Amelia.
Amelia, sweetheart, how we doing tonight?
Doing all right. I've been doing pretty, relatively decent the past few weeks.
Relatively decent past few weeks. Well, could it be because of the disability?
No, I haven't even touched the money. I still feel just as fucked as ever.
What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you guys didn't believe me when I said this, but generally, I don't really spend money. I don't care for getting shit. If I kill myself, if I decide I'm gonna do it in the next week or two, maybe I'll spend it on some fun shit. See, I don't want it to go to nothing. But for right now, what the fuck am I gonna buy? I don't know.
I know. Listen, okay, so wow, so much. Well, listen, I'm so glad that you've had a positive couple weeks, and you're sitting on the money, and that really kind of throws off the whole bet that a lot of us had going.
Well, there's still plenty of time.
Right, some of us had bet that it would have already happened by now. So
yeah, this is true. Yeah, you guys lost.
Now, Amelia. Listen, you've got a sharp mind, and I'm gonna push you tonight. All right. I learned my lesson earlier. I let Marsh hag off a little easy. So I'm gonna push you a little bit. Amelia, bad things are bad.
Okay. I was hoping to be a little more whimsical tonight because I'm in a decent mood. But I'll let you take me to task as you put it.
Start with the whimsy. Kick off the whimsy. Shoot the whimsy gun. Go.
Okay, when I say bad things are bad, the first thing I think of is just people with shitty opinions about movies or anime or something.
Speak on that. What are you talking about?
Bad. There's just some okay. I don't necessarily believe there's any canonical good or bad movie or piece of art, but nonetheless. To me, in my little universe, there are certainly a lot of movies, pieces of art, or whatever that are dog shit, and I do think less of someone's taste and maybe person, depending on what they like and dislike.
So you're saying you're willing to judge people, good or bad. First of all, you're willing to go there. You're willing to just make a judgment about the person.
100%. Yeah, I mean, we judgments become almost like a dirty word, but we're constantly fucking judging people. That's life. That's how you talk to people. You have to judge.
We had a marsh hag feels judged for being poly, and so then we spent time talking about examining judgments and this, but we kind of dodged a nerve, Marsh. We dodged a nerve. We're gonna find it next time. But you're saying...
I think it's okay to be judged. Or it can be positive, or it can be negative. You know what? That's fucking fine, I could, hear you say some shit or whatever. I could hear you to say, I don't fucking know, you're poly, and I could be like, oh, I love that, and it doesn't fucking matter. Or I could say, I hate that, and it doesn't make the intrinsic thing of being poly any better or worse based on my judgment. We just fucking do this shit.
Yeah, and this is coming from, and this is coming. Listen, those of you who, yeah, I feel like you kind of dance around this theme, Amelia, and it's a breath of fresh air, because you're a weird bitch.
Yeah.
Right. You got a lot of stuff wrong with you,
Mhm.
and your life isn't good.
Mhm. I know that's right.
And so when you say that judgment is important, that's coming from an earned place, in my opinion, as a therapist, right? Because a lot of us, we got the, if somebody like me, somebody that's, conventionally, successful and attractive and well-spoken and dresses well and well-liked, for me to say that judgment is good, people might, pull away from that. They say, of course this guy thinks it's because nobody's judging him negatively. But then they listen to somebody like you, right? Completely other end of the spectrum.
Mhm.
And you saying judgment is good is a completely like it stops everybody, makes them think.
Yeah, they should fucking judge. I mean, like, if some like normie dude wants to like judge me as like dog shit or whatever, I say, sure, I judge you automatically as fucking dog shit too. I don't want you near me. We can agree on that much.
Right. You're in the shit. You're in the muck. You're in the trenches.
Yeah. And can I do want to comment a little bit on the topic that you mentioned, Marsh talked about, and I'm seeing someone in chat who I love their username, Chasers Love Me. This is something we've talked about before.
Yes, indeed.
But they said they should invent a type of polyamory where I sleep with whoever I want, but my partner can't. And I want to say, okay, so first thing, you can do that, and two is like that's like a thing where I would judge someone from saying, like I see that, and I think that's lame as fuck. I think frankly, I'm not a personal fan of polyamory. I would not do that myself. Not into it. Don't like it. I think people should be able to do whatever the fuck they want, but when I talk to like a poly person, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This is crazy. I'm in my head.
Yeah. So in some way, you're a little more traditional.
I wouldn't say that, but
Mother
I'm very
Nipplebottom with a communal vision. Good to see you, Mother Nipplebottom. Blessings and namaste to you. I think people suffer from the notion that other people think about them more than is actually true. Any response to that?
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I think also people also think of that specific idea too much. Like I hear like that shit said all the fucking time. But no, I wouldn't say I'm more traditional. Maybe like personally, like I'm extremely monogamous. I could never in a million fucking years do polyamory. That's fucking insane. And I think the difference
you're practically 500.
The difference between me and like a traditional person is that a traditional person thinks that because they dislike polyamory, that polyamorous people shouldn't be polyamorous, or they should have to hide it, or whatever, all this shit. I don't think so. I think even if I hate it, if there's some polyamorous motherfuckers at the fucking Starbucks right next to me, I think they should go, like, fucking make out or whatever right next to me. Whatever. Even if I hate it, they should be able to do that. But it's still fucking bad. It's still bad. It still deserves to be judged.
I love that. And you know what? A very Leslian idea. Now, one thing I want to acknowledge and really honestly give kudos to is Amelia openly judging someone in chat right now. Now, I know I'm a broken record. I know I'm a broken record when it comes to this stuff, but it's important because we are swimming upstream here at Explorations in many ways. And one of those ways is this idea of a supportive community. This is a plague. this is a sickness. You go to this, that, and the other stream on twitch.tv, and some asshole streamer will talk to you about being a supportive community. They love the support. They love how nice it, blah, 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 blah. It's, first of all, it's fake and it's disgusting. Second of all, it's absolutely antithetical to the power of the next level to subscribe to this idea of support. Ladies and gentlemen, not only do people not get along here, they constantly, actively, and passionately fight, disagree with, judge, even hate other people in this community. Namaste, we got a pepperoncini communivision. Hi, Amelia. I'm imagining you sharing a bean with two other hobos next to a burning trash can. You're a bundle of shitty personal effects leaning against the brick wall of the alley you are huddled in. Namaste.
I think that's beautiful. Thank you for thinking of me, Pepperoncini. I appreciate it. And I want to add on to what you're saying right now.
Go ahead.
Most of the people like in this community and in this chat fucking suck. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I don't like most of these people.
Right, you don't like
Some
most
of
of
the
the people in
callers
this chat.
Some of the callers are funny. Sometimes they're funny. And I'd say there's only like the rare call where like I really don't like it, or the rare caller that I really don't like. But in terms of like, we're talking like human, like I would not want to like DM most of the people in this community. I would not want to like really talk to most of these people. And I think most of them probably don't want to talk to me. And I think that's how it is. I think that's the way of life. I think that's how it probably should be. What the fuck are we all gonna do? We should all like force ourselves to like hold hands and say we all love each other?
Denial and disavowal is the province of the child-minded. That is not for us. It is not for explorations. It is not for the next level. That is trying to get to the next level while disavowing your own distaste and hatred for others is like trying to swim through the ocean with cinder blocks attached to your feet. It's not possible. It's not possible. I like to see people not getting along. I like to see people arguing, judging each other. I want to find that nerve.
I generally consider arguments, like, it's not worth arguing because, like, generally, I think if someone's, like, disagreeing or, like, really, like, giving, like, a staunch opinion or some shit and wants to argue, then I don't give enough of a shit about them to argue. They're not worth it. They're not worth my goddamn time, you know? I feel very hate-filled, Leslie. I have a lot more hate in my heart than love, and I dislike this about myself. But I hate a lot of people, you know? Over the years, I've interacted with a lot of people. I've, you know, tried my best, and a lot of people just kind of fucking suck. Most people just lame as fuck too. Like, not even, I'm not talking like they're bad people even necessarily. I think most people are just really fucking lame. And a lot of people also, you know, and I say this all, and I say none of this, although you may dislike this. I don't say any of this with meanness. I think that's a very distinct thing, and I don't like being mean to people. I think that's useless. But nonetheless, I have my opinions on people, and most people just like aren't worth engaging with, aren't worth talking to, aren't worth considering the opinions of. People just kind of fucking suck.
Yeah, laser focus tonight. Bad things are bad. That's why. Well,
yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Amelia.
Turn of the night.
Amelia, on multiple levels, as always, you have hit it out of the park. Once again.
You know, do you mind if I get a little bit of the media opinions in here?
Namaste. Yeah, Mother Nipple Bottom Communal Vision. I don't hate anyone, but I am honest about who I prefer. What do you call that, Guru? Well, I mean, Mother Nipple Bottom, you're anybody who's familiar with the hues and the tone of Mother Nipplebottom's general emotional constitution knows that there's a lot of subtlety to it. There's a lot of shape to it. And this I prefer. I mean, there's what you call Mother Nipplebottom, what you refer to as simply preferring is I think you're selling it short by not, you know, if somebody could feel the denseness of what you mean when you say you prefer, I think they'd be scared. I think they'd be a little terrified. I'll go as far as to say that. The power of preference. So this is not a somebody on your level, Mother Noble. This is not a small thing. The power of preference. This is the province of nobility of yore. This is something that you'd see in a sort of wave of a hand, and somebody's life is altered. Sort of power. Namaste. That's what I think. But Mother Noble, go ahead.
Can I make a comment on that communal vision as well?
Please.
I think this thing about I am honest about who I prefer, just the way it's phrased, it gives me the vibes of someone who calls themselves brutally honest. And there's a lot of these motherfuckers who call themselves brutally honest or just honest or whatever.
Right.
And it's a disguise to just kind of be an asshole. It varies how much they use it, and how much of an asshole they're gonna be. But a lot of the time, they just like to say mean-spirited things and then just say they're
quick
being
communal
honest.
vision. I just think that I can find better semantics, because positive semantics does not make me feel dysregulated. Hate means feeling anger.
Do you know what they're trying to say with that?
I just think that I can find better semantics, better words, better expressions of language, because positive. So seeing it. Okay. Yes. I think it's more than that, Mother Noble Bottom. So Mother Noble Bottom is saying, I can find better ways to express myself in terms of hatred, bad, good. I can find nuance, more positive words, because positivity does not make me feel weird.
Mhm. Okay. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I think I'm much better talking about negative things than positive, right? That's kind of the thing here.
What was that?
Being able to talk better about negative things than positive things?
Well, Mother Noble Bottom is... Listen, those of you with any familiarity with Mother Noble Bottom are going to be able to know where I'm coming from on this. Now, Mother Noble Bottom is speaking from a place of of self-knowledge, of a sort of a advanced level of explorations with Leslie Tanner. I mean, I think Mother Noble Bottom, you're taking for granted some things that these people don't understand, and I think the depth of your simply not preferring, goes much farther down than a lot of people's expression of vitriol and hatred. Affirmations for men: allow yourself the depth and breadth of your own distaste for anything. And one more. I want to follow that up with one more for the fellas. One more for the fellas. There is no end Okay. Amelia, go ahead and ask for your opinions about media.
Yeah, I was just going to shoot off some shit I hate and that I think of people less. I have stronger opinions about...
Real quick, Pepperoncini Communal Vision. Amelia, what was the last thing you ever accomplished, and why did it feel so bad that you never accomplished anything ever again? #brutally honest, #doing you a favor.
Pepperoncini... Generally, I think it's better if I do not air my personal opinions on some of the chatters. Because that's mean-spirited. So I'm not going to comment on the community.
Well, the question was personal. It wasn't even
I guess
about
I
another
can answer the question. I know. It just made me think about the chatter.
Okay.
The last thing I accomplished, I wrote something yesterday. I've been doing more writing. That's been fun. And why did it feel so bad that I never accomplished anything ever again? Well, I'm hoping I still accomplish something else. So I'm going to put jury out on that one.
All right, so a little bit of a duck, a little bit of a dodge.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini says, no, like a real
I
thing,
see.
not like a fake thing you just said.
Like a real thing that I accomplished and I never accomplished again. I don't think I stopped accomplishing things. I mean, maybe my shit doesn't fit your definition of accomplishment, but I think I'm still accomplishing shit. And I see a lot of people in chat taking me not liking most chatters personally. And I'm gonna be real. Don't know most of you. You're probably fine. I don't know, and it's not any judge. I don't know who you are as a person. I'm just if I dislike somebody, and yeah, it's certainly me. That's like my whole point is that we as humans have our own judgments and we have our own beliefs. It doesn't mean anything about what the thing itself
All right, Amelia,
is.
give me the reverse letterbox. Give me the 4 worst movies.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Didn't like. Click was dog shit. Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Arrival
What was the other
fucking
one?
Awful. Idiocracy, Click, Arrival, and we'll throw in. I really hated the first Kill Bill. I don't like Kill Bill.
Wow, love that. Okay, beautiful. Let's leave it right there. Amelia, you left. I like that. You just listen. You came in, you sprayed random. Somebody caught a stray for sure, and I'll bet that list pisses somebody off.
Yeah, I was hoping so.
Well, Amelia, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, tremendous call.
Of
We could
course.
chop it up all
It
night,
was my pleasure.
but I want to thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. Namaste.
Namaste, Amelia. Namaste. All right, guys, it's pee break time. I've been saving it. I've been holding it. I drank this cup full of liquid, and I've got to piss this out. Guys, stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Guys, this stuff will knock your socks off. I just put up a podcast episode the other day. I'm sending out the postcards. There's music downloads. All the music that you can hear is available for download. Namaste to you guys. A couple details about that, and I'll be right back with the rest of our program tonight, exploring bad things are bad. Namaste, everybody. I'll be right back.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning of starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. My question for you is, are you a slave? Do you have the courage to acknowledge the very real abyss surrounding you and these mean little whores you go to school with? Caitlin, I truly wish for your suffering to be eased. But from the sounds of it, you are alone as anyone ever is in this situation. To me, it is sad that you had to experience this truth at such an early age. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome on back. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. This is me, of course, Leslie, host, creator, founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you. Namaste. How are we doing? We're in the home stretch of tonight's program, exploring Bad Things Are Bad. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Should you find a couple extra dollars a month and want to get that physical postcard from me, you want to get that podcast, you want to get access to the videos, etc., etc., etc. Namaste, everybody. It's great to be back with you exploring tonight's theme. We'll be opening up the line in just a moment. How are we? So, okay, interesting. Not me putting up murder is bad. Murder is bad. Interesting stuff. Murdering. How about murdering your enemies, though? Huh? Checkmate. Maybe. I think I just found a flaw. I think I just found a little flaw in your logic. All right, the line is open, 872-205-9484, Explorations with Leslie Tanner, exploring Bad Things Are Bad. Stefan the Mongol, good to see you, Stefan. Oh, guys, we have hit 24 months. That's 2 years. Just watch the dropout. Elizabeth Holmes is bad. Namaste to Stefan, and a happy 2 years with the program to Stefan the Mongol, guys. Can we get some namastes in chat right now for Stefan? Some namastes in chat right now for Stefan. Happy 2 years to brother explorer Stefan the Mongol. Thank you so much for being with us, as always. Gosh dang, wow, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your energy. It has flown by, Stefan. It has. It's hard to believe that you've been in this chat for 2 years. Well, listen, namaste and thank you. I wish I could reach through this screen and give you a little pet on the side of your face with the back of my fingers. And thanks. Namaste to you. Caller, though, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Gelgoog.
Gelgoog, welcome back to the program, Gelgoog. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. No, I'm not going to hand the phone over to my wife, so she doesn't have to, worry. I mean, I can walk up there if this call's going sideways or something, but yeah, how you doing?
If it goes sideways, then that means we're cooking with gas, Gelgoog.
Yes, indeed.
I love that laugh.
Yeah.
I love that laugh. That's fun.
I got to tell you, man, tonight has been absolute fucking fire. I feel like there's a lot of, people are being very honest and open about themselves and, how they view the world. And I'm, all fucking here for it.
I know. I love it. You know, I think there's a time and place for people calling up and doing their little voices and characters, but I love, this is the stuff that the program is made of. This is what allows us to really put the tools to work. So Gelgoog guy, in that spirit, something tells me you're cooking something. You got a bun in the oven, mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, bad is bad. I have to, like, you know, continue with the thread that Amelia was putting down. Like, I fucking, there's so many people who are just, like, not worth your fucking time, that you despise and you hate, and you feel like you should say it and just put them out of their misery, but at the same time, you don't, because that would make you feel bad, or what society says like that. No, that's a bad thing. But really, the whole like weird fucking mental dance that you do to like not say that, you know, something is bad, or that you're like, this person's fucking annoying, I fucking hate you, and die in a fire. Like, it's bad to just keep those thoughts to yourself.
100%, 100,000%. Yes, those things need to be expressed. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really glad that tonight was like, you guys were on Sunday, because he's like, you know, me and the wife, we were just like in a down mood, you know, had a shitty weekend, but you know, we saw this, and it's like, my God, man, my boy is cooking with fucking fire tonight. I love that. Namaste. Thank you so much. Listen, we don't normally stream on Sundays. Maybe we should, huh? Maybe a one-off Sunday could be kind of fun.
Yeah, no, because like I'm moderating for Nicole has been great, but one thing I've come to notice is that on Sunday nights there's not really a lot of people on. So I mean, like, everyone's dreading the work week, and they don't want to fucking go to work tomorrow. They don't want to like fucking deal with people or other humans. So, you know, it's like, I feel like the market's open, man.
You know, I think there's something to it. I think the off nights can be a fun night. I mean, it depends. You know, also just being on late sometimes, catching the late night ones, like as streams end around between 10 and 11, then they're looking for someone to raid. You know, it's a good position to be in sometimes.
Well, it's like I'm sitting there looking at the fucking screen. I'm like, okay, I need to find somebody to raid out to, and like, all I see is fucking neon colors and tits. And then I look at the streamers, and it's like, there's nothing about you that like fucking stands out to me that makes me want to send like a room of 150 people in here, right, just for you to like bitch and moan, or be like, oh, look at my stream, it's so great. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, lady, you're gonna give me a goddamn seizure.
A seizure just from being annoyed and not liking the stream. You're in such a distaste for certain streams that you have a seizure.
Well, it's not the seizure is actually induced by all like the fucking bright lights and like the goddamn stupid ass emotes they have. Right. It's like, did you not test this shit?
What emote gives you the seizure? I want to get into this. What emote gives you the seizure?
Well, it's like any kind of like super like flashing thing. It's like when you're like talking to somebody on Discord, you try to like put down a fucking GIF, but the interface like looks completely different than how it's deployed actually in the chat, and the chat's like constantly repeating over and over. So you're just like stuck there with your fucking failure GIF that's like super like flashy, and it's like annoying, and it's like it just fucking irks you inside.
Irks you inside. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. So irked you have a seizure now. And now. So it sounds like the first thing that comes to your mind is, you know, you take your responsibility moderating a friend of the stream, Nicole Belafonte, moderating Nicole's chat over there, and you take it seriously, right?
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard you bring it up a couple times, and I mean, not like you're, you know, laying down your life for moderation, but you mentioned it a couple times, so I know it's like on your mind. You know, you're not just kind of whacking off into the wind.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoy it. Because it's like it's one of those weird things where, you know, like that woman is like so fucking wholesome. She's really fucking nice. She's a great human being. I despise it when some fucking shitter comes in there and then starts like playing with her or like toying with her and stuff like that. And it's like, you're sitting there streaming and you're trying to like, you know, read and be nice and happy, and then some asshole comes in and be like, you sound like a man. I'm like, fuck you, goodbye.
Right. You send them packing. And so you have a lot of negative feelings revolving around Twitch that I think are important to be expressed. your role as a moderator, and then also this rating business. It sounds like the overall state of streamers, you're not exactly pleased with it.
I just don't like the fact that they're all the same now. It's like the AI slop everywhere. It's like everybody looks the same, they act the same, and it's like we actually had started picking up where you guys were doing, because I think Pep was going around trying to find people that has like 4 or 5 people in the room, or is like you've never rated out to. Yeah, it's fucking blast. Like that is the most invigorating, cool fucking shit possible. It's like you're giving Christmas morning to somebody. Oh,
I know. It's fun. I'll bet also if you bring Nicole Belafonte's crowd somewhere like that, they're gonna be appreciative of it too. That's a good vibe.
Yeah, like there was a night that we actually raided into a dude who was I think he was down in Miami, and he was wearing this fucking awesome hula shirt, and he was doing I can't remember what it was. I think it was like salsa music or something. He's just fucking spinning salsa music on vinyl, and like this motherfucker was like the chillest dude ever. And I'm like, why is Twitch algorithm showing me a bunch of neon flashing crazy shit when these guys are fun, Like I don't jump into the room and immediately feel overwhelmed or something,
Well, that's a funny thing. That's a question that I have for a lot of streamers as well. It's like, are you trying to be fun? Are you trying to be entertaining? Are you trying to, at the very least kind of make it worth it to look at you on a screen? Are you trying? That's a question that I genuinely don't think that they're asking themselves.
Yeah, it's like some like lack or just debasement or like violence or something. These are the words that I like constantly come into my mind when I'm sitting there scrolling through endless fucking channels, like trying to find somebody. And I'm like, you guys all look the same. Like nobody stands out.
Yeah, they're well, and it's also part of the internet, and this is part of the internet, and social media has that sort of black hole, gravitational pull to it, where everybody feels like they need to contort themselves in order to be a part of it, in order to be fulfilled as a part of social media. They need to reflect social media back to it in order for it to be worth it in some sort of psychological way. It's really disgusting. And then you see all this stuff. It's the work is cut out for us. Those of us that are attempting, regardless of whether we're doing a program, doing some funny entertainment, show business, whatever it is, the work is cut out for us, and it's to cut through exactly what we're talking about. Namaste.
I believe the term is digital cancer.
Yeah. Not Mish says Twitch is stupid. I love that. Now we're cooking with gas, Mish. Now we're cooking with gas. Twitch is stupid. Namaste.
I mean, yeah, it's owned by Jeff Bezos, and I feel like I could do an entire bunker segment with Craig about how evil that motherfucker is, but it is what it is.
Right, it is what it is. I would hang out with Jeff. I'm gonna be honest.
I thought about it a couple of times, but frankly, nah. I bad is bad. Like he is bad. He's very bad. Like it's so bad to the point that I look at him and it's like, God took away your hair for a reason. That's what I feel when I look at Jeff Bezos. Like, I'm sure, like, yeah, it's great. You got all the fucking money in the world. But at the same time, like, you even shitified Prime Day shipping, which was like the next day.
Wow.
So God took your hair. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, I'll be honest with you, Leslie. I felt that I needed to call in because after the wife got off the phone with you, she was like really fucking pumped and excited. And it's like, holy shit. You know what?
Works.
Why the... Yeah, 100%. Program works. You don't need like a fucking compound in Texas or anything like that. It's right fucking here.
We will have, though.
I'm working on that, okay?
Necessarily, but...
Yeah, I was talking to Craig about that the other night, and I was like, maybe we should you see if there's like any land that's available, in Mass that's got some plumbing hookups, Potter's Field in the back. Good seance territory.
Yeah, we're gonna listen. The sky's the limit. We have got some exciting news about it's in a critical phase. It cannot be discussed, but there will be some exciting things to share along those lines in the future. Some growth in the community. But listen, Gelgu guy, yeah, I can feel your energy. I can feel, how I think you need to. I think, are you somebody that tries to, be positive and like helpful in real life?
Leslie, you just described the past 2 years of my life to a T. Because I've always tried to be, helpful and be like, here's these things that I can offer and pick me and everything's we'll always look at the fucking bright side of life. But every once in a while you just kind of hit that wall where you see the constant that trying to put the good out there, the positive energy, you just see it fail all the fucking time. And you're like, you know what? Why am I fucking staring at the wall after all this? Why am I putting an effort and goodwill towards shit? It doesn't fucking matter. It's like, Amelia said it fucking best. It's like, there's some people out there that aren't even worth your fucking time. I love that shit. My God, I fucking crave that fucking chaos energy. I've even shaken my fucking fist like a goddamn mouse that's addicted to cheese. It's like, yeah, eat cheese and sin. Fuck.
Go guy. Let's leave it right there. That was you showed us a lot just now and infuse a great deal of energy. And this is important. This is the Gelgu guy unleashing a power of the next level. Namaste to you.
Thank you very much, sir. I will call back in.
Call back in. Namaste, Gelg.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Congrats on finally getting through. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Well, hello, Leslie Tanner. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Oh, brother, I'm doing great. I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a fantastic evening. Getting into the last two calls of the night as we wrap up our final verbal stream, our final verbal exploration before hitting the Power of Silence 2 on Tuesday morning. So I'm energized, to say the least. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. For all y'all in the audience, this is Reverend It All Costs Money. Hello.
Namaste, Reverend. Namaste to you. I know who this is. So listen, Reverend, so listen, you know the theme. I know you've been trying to get through the line and you just somebody keeps stepping in front of you in line. So let's just jump right in. Bad things are bad. What's up? Talk to me. What's on your heart and mind right now?
Bad things are indeed bad, but not all bad things are sinful.
Okay, interesting. So when we use the word bad, you're saying let's pull apart the braid a little bit. So by bad, you don't necessarily mean sinful. Do you believe in sin, though? Or are you throwing the whole thing out?
It's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Are you familiar with the philosopher Jesus? Some believe him to be a religious or spiritual deity of some kind. That Jesus
yes,
of
I
Nazareth.
am. Yes, I've studied this man. Yes.
Yeah, so he's one of my favorite philosophers, believe it or not.
Interesting. Speak on that.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where north and rust doth corrupt, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. For your treasure is, there will your heart also be. Jesus said that, right?
Right, exactly.
It's one of my favorite verses. He also says, don't worry about where you're going to get your food. Do the birds worry about where they're going to get their beverages, where they're going to sleep? Do they worry about their feathers? No. Are you no better than one of these animals then? Like looking for this shit all the time? And to me, bad is ignoring the garbage in the street. You see it, you have the opportunity to bend over and pick it up, and you don't, whether it's yours or somebody else's. I think bad is having your ankle broken. I think it's circumstantial, right? There's a difference between being sinful and having bad things happen to you.
Right. Okay. So, and that's what you got from Jesus?
A little bit, yes.
Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead. I want to take this apart.
Not a punishment. It's not a punishment. It is not a punishment for your previous life. It is not a punishment for you having offended a deity. It's simply because we lack empathy. And I think Jesus was actually preaching for more empathy, more kindness. And it makes me sad when I hear people say, I wish he actually would have choked out when somebody is having something bad happen to them, right? I think it's funny when I see crash outs. That I think is bad. I think that is a bad attitude to have.
Why is that bad? Because when I see listen, I'm a therapist. I see people freaking out all the time. And I always think it's funny. Every single time there's the little cues between between like a psychotic break, a manic episode, and a dissociative fugue, right? These like the differences between these three things are hilarious to me. Tell me why that's bad. And you do it. You tell me why that's bad. I want to hear it. You don't back down just because I'm challenging you. I want to hear why is it bad for me to laugh at these three things as a therapist?
Because a lot of the times the funding is lacking, the education is lacking, and the caring about ourselves and each other is lacking. There isn't systems put in place for us to be able to weather the storms. We don't have the social connections that we used to have. We don't have the emotional connections that we used to have. We have, in the United States at least, become a very selfish.
I work with a lot of Down syndrome people,
society.
and you might think that it's bad to laugh, to find them funny and to laugh at them, but no one thinks they're funnier than the people that are closer to them. They do some just dumb shit, and speak funny and do, and is that lack of empathy, or is that a product of empathy?
It could be both. It just depends on whether you're. It's okay to laugh at somebody who has had something bad happen to them that's not very consequential to their existence, right?
So it matters degree. So if they just have like a little bit of Down syndrome.
I don't even know if that's funny to me at all. Like, that just does not elicit any type of humor. I am of the opinion, strong, very, very, very much so opinion, that shows like, and hear me out, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right. Let's talk about It's Always Sunny. Go ahead.
Is one of the prime examples of how awful humanity can be to each other. And I don't think it should be celebrated. I think it should be discouraged, disdained, and shat upon.
And so it's you think it's like a celebration of like these stupid, mean people.
It really is.
And it incentivizes, people to go out and to say stuff, quote unquote, ironically, right? To act out their little skits, but ultimately to express, negativity in a fallen world. And what we need is positivity, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're just assholes. Right. Like, legit, they're just assholes. And they shouldn't be celebrated. They should be shunned and shamed.
What's the funniest show to you?
Futurama.
Honestly, I've only ever watched like one episode of it.
I thought that show was absolutely hilarious. It was very clever, witty. Close though would be Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of it, but it did have me laughing a lot. Canadian show, very fast talkers. Ringing a bell? Oh,
The Trailer Park Boys.
that one was okay.
I mean, they're pieces of shit, right?
Yeah, like,
and they're poor.
They
too.
really were, man. God, they really were. They were absolute. Letterkenny, thank you, Iron Chef.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Letterkenny had me laughing. Give your balls a tug, eh? Like that actually had me laughing quite a lot. I enjoyed Letterkenny because it was wholesome, right? They actually cared about each other, even though there were some real pieces of shit in that town. They kind of grew, right? Unlike in Sunny, where there is absolutely no community, no growth, everyone is 100% out for themselves, and it's disgusting.
Brother, listen.
It makes me feel gross.
We got a communal vision from Mother Nipplebottom. Communal vision coming in from Mother Nipplebottom. There is no Jesus. There is only the program and the community of devoted light, striving to break the bonds of conventionality. There is only guru. Embrace your bad bits and crush your balls. No one is looking. Namaste. Any response to that sentiment from Mother Nipplebottom?
You be you. But if we are talking about what we think bad is, I am more than happy to stand by what I believe is bad.
And it's this.
I am.
You think people? So you ultimately, what I'm taking from your call is that, I mean, you said a lot of stuff, but one of the things that's sticking with me is that they use humor to, and kind of similarly to, you're making a similar point to Marshag earlier, that people use they're dodging good and bad. They're not being honest with themselves.
They're not being honest with anyone, and they're reaping profits that could be better used to, I don't know, let's improve the roads, let's give people public health care. I don't really think anyone deserves to have a yacht because they make people laugh on TV.
Right.
I think our teachers.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I see where it's. So this is so we take Trey Parker and Matt Stone and put them digging trenches or something like that.
Nah, but they don't need like multi-million. Did you know Lady Gaga has an entire floor of a New York
we're going after
apartment
Gaga.
building
We're going after Gaga
just for her clothing, an entire floor of an apartment building.
An entire floor.
Man, I think our priorities are fucked. That's what I'm saying. I think instead of giving ICE billions, right, and laughing about it, we should not be supporting any type of fascist regime that says papers, please.
Fascism is bad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a fan of fascism.
Not one bit.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, listen.
Fascism
I think
is definitely.
Listen, I think tonight you were persistent and you took the chat to task tonight. I think you expressed some opinions that I can imagine were not the most smoothly received. Coming after Gaga, coming after It's Always Sunny, coming after fascism, and I'll bet there's a little more than a scant overlap between the people who kind of live comfortably with those three things.
I kind of believe so. I think empathy is a lost art. I don't necessarily believe that it comes natural. I think a lot of things can be taught, and I think it's a lost art. And it makes me sad and a little bit angry. But unlike other callers, when other human beings or other people, names, situations really piss me off, I just forget about them entirely.
Look at that.
I'd be like, you know what? That person made me angry. I hope that they learn from the experience. If not, well, good luck to them. and move on with my life. That's it. I don't allow them to take up space in my head and live there rent free. I have better things to think about.
Except for all the stuff that you mentioned.
Right. Constantly on my mind.
Constantly sort of occupying your mind. Well, other than
Yes,
that,
sir.
you just say, "Nuh-uh, not today."
What I mean by that is like, say some shitty shit happens, right? Someone just absolutely they slash your tires, right? Or you hold the door for them and you're like, you don't have to fucking do that. And you're like, bro, what? Yeah. No, it's shitty. I don't let it live rent free in my head. I'll think about it, I'll express about it, and then I'll move on, right?
Okay.
Do you journal?
No, I don't write. I dictate.
You don't keep an audio journal?
I have people that I dictate to. I don't write though.
Oh, you don't have like a little audio recorder that you can just record little sayings on when you think about them, super quick like?
No. I have a team for that.
I would recommend getting a little handheld recorder and just
Nope.
making some little recordings of brief thoughts, and then maybe putting them on the Patreon.
Now that's interesting. Putting it on the Patreon, little brief thoughts, little voice notes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Little voice notes, yes, sir.
Interesting. Now that's an interesting idea. I was about to reject out of hand everything that you were saying, but then once you said the community of devoted light, now that makes sense. Interesting. All right, I'll consider that. I'll consider that.
Like, I'm not saying profit is bad. I'm saying greed is bad. Namaste.
Namaste to you. Namaste to you, Reverend. Blessings to you. That Reverend pissed some people off. I could see it in chat. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. You're going to be our final caller for the evening. Exploring bad things are bad. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you?
It's Mish.
Mish, how we doing tonight? I know, but go ahead. How we doing?
Bad.
Bad. Doing bad.
Oh, horrible.
Horrible.
So bad.
Yeah, I see. Listen, when I was on my little pee break, I made eye contact with you while I was outside of the studio. I saw, and I could tell you're doing bad. I didn't want to hear more about it at the time. Of course, I was on my time. I was on my break.
You did outwardly say "damn," though.
Huh?
You did when we made eye contact. You went, "Ew, damn."
Ew, damn. It was like an ew.
Yeah.
Like an ew. Oh. And I had to pull my eyes away like very deliberately, like I had to yank them away from you.
Yeah, me feeling bad made you feel bad because it looked so bad.
Yeah, it was gross. It was yucky. I don't like that. So, but now that we've got you on the phone for Explorations with Leslie Tanner, now I'd love to just kind of swim in this sort of business with you. We're making the program out of it. So, listen, Mish, not doing good, doing bad. Talk to me. Bad things are bad. What things in your life are bad that are also bad?
I have a bad job. I have a bad headache right now, so that sucks.
Yeah.
There's food that tastes bad, and that sucks too.
Just in general in the world?
Yeah, I don't like blue cheese or shit with fennel in it. I think that shit tastes bad.
Yeah.
That
Did you get
sucks.
something with fennel and blue cheese in it?
Oh, disgusting. Ew.
Did you get something with fennel and blue cheese in it?
Not blue cheese, but there was fennel in the soup that I ate the other day, and I didn't know it was in there, and it tasted like fucking licorice, and I was really mad.
Oh, I'm so mad hearing about that as well.
Yeah, are you?
Yes, I am. It's called empathy. I feel what you're feeling right now. I'm a therapist.
Oh, that sounds bad too. That sucks.
Empathy does suck.
I think philosophy sucks.
Philosophy is shit. You don't like it. So you probably hated that last call.
It's fucking nothing. It's nothing. It's just someone like, oh, and I think maybe what if this was real? Shut the fuck up.
Maybe this was
Shut
real,
up.
but what if, somebody's saying this is real, but what if this isn't real, right? Like the Matrix.
Ooh, and what if we think about something the way that I would in this specific way? Shut up. Shut up.
No
You're
time,
not
no
solving
energy for that.
anything. You're just jerking off in your journal.
Okay, so let's so
Jerking off is bad.
jerking off is bad is what you're gonna go. You're gonna go ahead and just call it out right now. Jerking off is bad.
Jerking off is so bad.
What's bad about it?
Lonely, be normal and get laid.
So you're a little baby. You're a little pussy. You're
a loser. That's
a
okay,
loser.
but like you don't have to express it in that way.
Interesting. So would you say that those of us that grow up religious might have grown up with the idea that masturbation was bad? Now, would
yes,
you?
and they were right. You should feel bad.
So I was going
You
to
should
say,
feel guilty.
we've got Lent right around the corner. Ash Wednesday starting this week. And you're saying, like, let's take a page out of our Christian brothers and sisters and let's judge masturbation as bad.
Yeah, I think dog owners that walk their dogs off leash in a city are bad.
Interesting. Okay.
You're terrible.
Interesting. So people walking their dog
Your
off.
dog's going to run into traffic and get hit by a car, and it's going to be really hard for me to feel bad for you.
Right. And you probably see that throughout the day, throughout the week. You know, being in a city.
Off leash in a dog park is okay. I don't want your fucking dog running up to me while I'm at the park. People don't train their fucking dogs. Not training your dog is bad.
Okay. Yeah. Mother Nipplebottom's got a communal vision coming in just a moment. Can't wait to get this perspective. Thanks so much, Mother. I think having the toilet in the room you clean yourself in is bad. Why do we do this?
She's got a point. I think the way it is in like a lot of other countries where there's a separate toilet room and then like a wet room for a shower in the bathtub, that makes way more sense. And then that way you're not fucked if someone has to take a shower and you have to take a shit.
You know, in Japan and in some Asian countries, they do this. They have the toilet in a different room. And
there's a lot of countries that do that. I think I am getting sick. I feel awful.
One thing I also saw that
it's so bad.
An interesting thing about Japan is that they've got they do the sink on the back of the toilet thing.
Yeah, so it goes in the tank.
Did you know that actually when you turn the faucet on, poop comes out?
That's so innovative and cool.
Yeah, they do stuff different there. In the land of the
Things
rising
are so
sun.
bad here. It's so cool there.
So funny that they have such clean cities, but then they have the sinks like that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
to me,
I've heard they also treat animals bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think like most of those cute little specific animal cafes, they're like drugged and abused. So that's pretty bad.
You know, and everyone gets after the United States for being racist. Hey, maybe go check out our cousins across the pond. They're racist as hell over there.
Oh, Logan, that customer yelled at me because his sandwiches were taking too long, even though I'm not the kitchen. I'm not the person making the sandwich.
Vision
I'm
from
not
it
in
all
charge
costs
of
money.
how
Sit
long it
down and
takes.
shit while staring the person in the shower straight in the eyes to assert your dominance.
No, that's bad. We're talking bad shit. That's bad. That sucks.
Right. So you judge what it all costs money just shared.
Yeah, that's bad. I also think, what else is bad? There's so much bad stuff. I think there's like a texture of clothing that really makes pet hair cling to it. I think that fabric is bad. You know what I'm talking about?
We've got. Yes, I do know what you're talking about. You kind of get covered in cat and dog hair no matter what.
Yeah, that I don't even know what that fabric is. It's usually cheaper, and it sucks, and I hate it. It's bad.
Yeah, people are.
I think not
that.
taking a shower is bad. I think not flossing is bad. I think
This is perfect. This is
really
a beautiful way to end the night. I
think women's
just want to
boots
hear
are bad.
negative
Women's
shit.
boots-
I want to hear bad shit. Go.
women's boots that are super fitted to the foot, and they're not like kind of that cute, chunky boot shape.
Uh-huh.
I think those suck.
Oh, yeah.
Women's T-shirts also suck. The little cap sleeve T-shirts,
Sure.
nuh-uh, that shit sucks.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
makes your arms look like shit.
Right. I know. They're silly little sleeves.
They're silly. They're like hardly even sleeves. What's the fucking point?
Berry Punch saying ads are bad. Berry Punch watching an ad. Guys,
Ads are bad.
Mish, you and I could say whatever we want about Berry Punch, and Berry Punch would not hear it because he's watching an ad.
I don't know Berry Punch, so I don't know anything bad about him.
I don't know that much personally, but I could say something like Berry Punch has a small penis. Berry Punch has a small penis, and he
So
doesn't
you know
hear it
that
because he's watching
about
an ad.
him for sure? You know that about him?
I've never seen his penis, no.
Well, that made it sound like maybe you have.
I know it sounded like that because I described his penis. It would make you think that maybe I have seen a picture of his penis or seen it in real life.
You were just like
I have
really
not seen
sure
Berry
about
Punch's
saying
penis.
it, so you just sounded really sure about it.
You know, if it came up, I wouldn't. You know, I'd just be honest with you. I tell you, some nights are 400. Misha's too cute to be bad. This all just sounds kind of cute. Bring hell down, Mish.
Oh my God, thanks, bestie.
That's cute. That's cute to see.
No, Stoney's not bad. I'll tell you what.
Boner kind of fuck. Boner, don't say what I said while he was watching the ad. You ruined it. I was saying it because he was watching an ad. He would have no idea that I said his penis was small. But then you put it in fucking writing, which he can read, even though he might have been watching an ad. Exactly, Berry Punch. Boner fucked it up. Boner fucked up the whole thing. And what a bad note to end on a stream. What a really terrible, disgusting note to end on. Boner really fucked up the whole stream tonight. Namaste. Speaking
You know
of
what else
bad,
is bad?
Huh?
I saw some shit that was bad.
Talk to me. Close this out. I'm going to find somebody to rate. Tell us about this bad thing.
Well, there were two women that came into work. They were very nice, so this is nothing against them as people, but
Communal vision
their
from Mother Nipple
faces
Bottom.
were
We discussed
so-
cow
yes.
vagina hot dogs. What if the buttholes are in there too? That is bad.
There's got to be butthole in a hot dog. There's just got to be. No, these women, bless them, they were very sweet, but their faces frozen and just like puffy because they not only had way too much fucking Botox in their faces, they had way too much fucking filler in their faces. They looked like bloated corpses with like a waxy, you know, like dead bodies, their skin gets like kind of waxy. It was like that because they were just so frozen, and then their faces were like so bloated. And there's just like this blindness that happens when people start getting work like that done. And it is such a bummer, and it always looks bad.
Oh, good
I also
Lord.
think those big white fake ass veneers that people have been getting are pretty bad.
And so wow. Okay. Wow. Well, I think you gave us the most sort of comprehensive list of bad shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You know, because when I averted eye contact with you, and you have, I think, yep, you were terminated by
Oh,
Mother
thank
Nipple Bottom.
God. Free me.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Mother Nipple Bottom, saying, yeah, you think this is bad, it's about to get worse, bitch. Click, says Mother Nipple Bottom. Namaste, Mother Nipple Bottom. Thank you so much for that, for putting a little period at the end of our sentence tonight. Namaste, everybody. Guys, again, we're about to raid, get a nice little raid going. But let me tell you, this is the end of our final stream before the Power of Silence begins yet again. This Tuesday at 9 a.m., join me. Join me for the beginning. Join me for the invocation. Join me for the onset of an uncapped silent subathon beginning Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time. We will sit open-endedly, uncappedly, with no goal, for no reason, and no direction, for no reason in particular. We will explore the question, is silence powerful? Beginning Tuesday at 9 a.m. Blessings, guys. Blessings and namaste to each of you. Let's get a nice little raid going. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my producers. Thank you to my community of devoted light. Blessings and namaste to all of you. And guys, just so you know, I want to say this just because there's just a little personal behind the scenes thing from me. When you get on this list for the postcard, you're never getting off the postcard list. I'll tell you what, listen, I put work into these postcards. I think they're fun to send. And let me just say, once you leave the community of devoted light, especially as if you express some sort of changed opinion about explorations, that you think it's bad and you don't like it anymore, let's just say it gets a little sweeter to send that postcard once you sort of divorce yourself from the program. It's fun to send when you want it, but it's even funner to send when you don't want it. That's a little something for daddy. Namaste. So guys, let that be known. We'll be back again. Community of Power of Silence beginning Tuesday. Namaste. The program works. Let's raid. Who's on? Let's do Pastor Lee Rogers. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I just did it. Namaste. What's Abba doing? We did Abba. I haven't done the pastor in a while. We did Abba recently. All right, namaste. Sincere, Mother Nipple Bottom, Amelia, at all costs. Blessings and namaste to all of you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all bright and early Tuesday morning, wordlessly. Namaste.